Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Leah Patterson, the Chief Nursing Officer and Chief of Patient Care Services. And last time I was here, we talked about the pandemic and some of the pain that caused our workforce. And so today I want to talk a little bit about 5 months later, everything that the staff went through with the complex, the patient types, the volume, the burnout, and then of course the mass exodus of all the staff where everyone left, and I guess they call it the Great Resignation, as we all know in so many industries that so many people have left. So we really spent a lot of time really thinking about our staff and thinking about what can we do to help them emotionally, physically, financially, and really re-engage them. And as you guys just heard, we added the walkway for the staff to have extra areas to go. We also have an employee engagement committee, and they're working really hard on coming up with ways to recognize each other. There is star cards that you can write and express your gratitude for each other in the moment. We're going to have Employees of the Month and Employee of the Year. And we have a wall board, I can't wait till it goes up, with TVs, a video, where we can have our staff playing of the great things and accomplishments they've had. And they have to see it to get to the cafeteria, so strategically placed. And I'd like to actually pause right now to mention and to thank, especially we looked at the employee compensation, and that was definitely an issue with a lot of staff, and we were losing a lot of staff. And I want to publicly thank our executive office, thank our partners in HR, and thank all of you, because without everything you've done, it wouldn't be possible for what we've accomplished. And I really, from the bottom of all of us, I can't thank you enough for all your support on that. I'm going to show you a slide here. And on this slide, you'll notice that historically, we were always, the green dotted line you'll see is our separations. The blue line is our onboarding of staff. And you'll see here that pretty much through most 2014 all the way up until about 2020, we were, maybe 18, 19, we started to kind of meet in the middle, but pretty much we were losing more staff than we were keeping. And so in about 21, 22, we kind of met in the middle, where we separated about 225 staff, RNs, but then we also onboarded 230. And how did we do this? But we put together a very well-coordinated team. We had HR, we had our staff, some of our leaders, and we did something different this time with marketing. And everyone shops online, so we thought, why don't we shop online? And we put together a virtual hiring event. So we had billboards, we had social media, print advertising. We created a video about being a nurse at RUHS and what that meant to all of us. The results were actually very positive, and with that, we had 5,183 hits to our site. We did this on August 24th, and we had, in that, we had 114 applications, we had 69 interviews, and we had 18 hired. That doesn't seem like much until you realize we did all of that in 4 hours. I've never hired 18 RNs in 4 hours. And this team, my leaders in nursing, it just gives me goosebumps to think what we did in 4 hours and brought on 18 nurses, in addition to the constant influx of what we're doing, but that was in 4 hours. And because of that, we're now looking at what went well, and now we're going to extend it in December and look at some of our other open positions and see what we can do to fill all of our other patient care areas as well. So another thing that we've done with our staff is we've tried to, see if I can get this to go here, wrong way. We've tried to empower our staff to do things that feed their soul. And part of being a nurse is how do we take care of patients and how do we make it better and how do we re-engage, like I said, like our soul and our hearts. And so this next video that I'm going to play exemplifies the leadership on 4500 and the nurses that wanted to do something different. They noticed that at change of shift, the patients' lights were going on, they're trying to give report to each other, they're trying to maintain a safe environment, and it was not a good time for patients and their staff. So they put together this program, and they call it the Fluff and Tuck program. So I'll go ahead and start this video and let them explain it to you.
The problem I saw on Unit 4500 was a challenge at change of shift. We started noticing that we had increased call lights. We noticed that patients were calling for pain medication at change of shift. And our change of shift, like many other units, we go through report, communication, information sharing, and it creates a delay in the workflow of our unit. With the added call lights, we noticed that we were delaying care to the patients. The value of responding quickly to patients is that we try and meet their needs as soon as possible. Many times we find and encounter that a patient is in distress when they call. When we figured out that we had a challenge, what we did was we identified the change of shift and the interruption of the workflow related to accidental call lights and call lights needing assistance. So we started introducing the Fluff and Tuck. So the Fluff and Tuck is a scheduled rounding. It's a scheduled purposeful rounding, and we concentrate mostly on rounding and meeting patient needs at 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. We do the 5 Ps. We address the pain, the potty, IV pulls, repositioning, and bringing personal items closer to the patient. As a team, we identified this challenge and we acted immediately. We identified the concerns, we identified the times it occurred mostly, and we took action and implemented the Fluff and Tuck at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. I'm very proud of our team. We did this because we care about our patients, we care about the quality of service we provide to the patients, and that's why we took action.
I have to say, I get goosebumps, I love it. That's the best part of being a patient caregiver, is they've made some impact. And the impact has been they've decreased their falls by 50% month over month. They started this in May, and they actually really rolled it out and got it well organized by July. And they increased their patient experience score for the nurse response from 37% to 63.3. Now that's percent positive, and the national standard is only 58.9. So it's really made a difference, and now they're going to take it and they're going to carry it out to the rest of the patient care areas and see what we can do to give our patients better care and give our nurses that sense that they're doing the right thing. So thank you very much. Any questions? Or?
Yeah, thank you, Leah. And I've got to ask you this one question.
Okay.
18 new nurses in 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
You have to get together with the EO over there, and we got a whole lot of other departments that need that kind of.
It takes a village.
Thank you. Thank you so much.